100%.
Hey guys, this is Marvin Burwell, the Urban Nerds Gamer. You see I got my Urban Nerds Gamer t-shirt here. Go to www.urbannerdsworldwide and make sure you grab you one if you're a part of the nerding gaming world. Okay guys, in this video we're going to talk to MAGNETOHALFWAY. Yes, that's the online name for my cousin, Jason. He's been in the world of competitive fighting game playing for quite some time. Now, he's teaching his son, who also loves video games. We enjoy talking about the classic world of video games in the arcade, the world of Atari and Nintendo, and the things that led up to video gaming right now. So let's swing on over to Jason MAGNETOHALFWAY, and let's hear some of his historical thoughts and information on the world of competitive video gaming.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy MAGNETOHALFWAY. I'm here today to talk to you about fighting games and the FGC specifically from an OG's perspective. For a lot of y'all that don't even know what the FGC is, that's the fighting game community. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I got my start with fighting games in 1987 with the original Street Fighter. I was in first grade and I'm from South Philadelphia. And for y'all that know South Philadelphia, I went to St. Thomas. And there was a corner store that sat right outside the school. And one day, walking home from school, my older brother, we stopped in the corner store to get some snacks, and there was the original Street Fighter cabinet. And I fell in love ever since. Been a fighting game enthusiast ever since. So that's where I got my start. And I've been playing ever since, studying ever since. And it's a lifestyle, you know. It takes a certain amount of dedication, a lot of work, a lot of time when you live this fighting game lifestyle, if you will. And it's all about competition, you know, having fun, being around like-minded people who share the same passion that you do.
All right, MAGNETOHALFWAY advances. The very good master, the pit fatality.
Oh, Rose comes out with the Souls will hit. Yep. And MAGNETOHALFWay takes the game from Dominion.
Oh, let's see what happened there.
Takes a round from Dominion.
Oh, okay. Round two, all right. So MAGNETOHALFWay look like he ain't playing no games. He ain't that halfway. He's halfway of winning.
So I'm here to shed some light on that, because some people don't really understand what the FGC is, and you know, they might hear about some tournaments going on, but they don't really understand what goes into it. But it's come a long way, you know. Again, I come from 1987, so I've seen it grow beyond, you know, what we could have ever imagined back then. You know, we were having tournaments shown on ESPN nowadays, and the money that's being made and the sponsorships that's given out. You know, so we've come from a grassroots level all the way to an esport, if you will. And it's a beautiful thing, you know. Come from someone my age that's been around as long as I have. I never thought it would get this far. It's a little bittersweet for me, because when I was at my peak, you know, when I was playing hours upon hours every day, you know, life was different for me, you know, as someone young with no responsibilities, and I could do that. But now life is very different for me, so I only have but so much time to put in. But, you know, what I have found for myself is passing my legacy on to my son, who is a big time fighting game player, as early as the age of 5 as he is. I started at 6, so he's already got a jump on me. I mean, I started bringing him to fighting game tournaments before he was 1. You know, as an infant baby, I had him at tournaments just to get him in the environment. So that's kind of how I have, you know, kind of traded being a competitor for being a teacher, you know, and passing on everything I know into my son. So that's why I got some old school cabinets here in our man cave to train him in like the old ways. You know, the arcades have died out in the United States, so you know, he kind of missed that time period where you could get off work or get off school and go to the arcade, and you had a bunch of local competition down there to play against, and you know, everything online now. So just trying to train him in the old ways, and he's really taken to it. He loves it. So I'm really happy about that, because my son is a student of these games, and he does his own practicing, his own studying, without me around. So I'm really happy about that. So I continue to just be an FGC, affiliate, and get him involved and bring him around and get him in the tournament scene, just understand what it's about. It's a beautiful thing. Fighting games, to me, are the best games ever made in any genre. It's a thinking man's game. No matter what style of game, whether we're playing Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, or something 3D like Tekken, Soul Calibur, Virtual Fighter, whatever you want to play. Fighting games will always be a thinking man's game, and the smarter player will win about 99.9% of the time. So that's what I've always loved about fighting games. So, that being said, as we talk about the FGC, like I said, the opportunities are different now. If you want to dedicate the time, there's people who stream. You don't have to be the best player, to find opportunity in the FGC and get your name out there. A lot of people do it from the comfort of their own house. They don't have to go and compete and win and come in first place or top 8 and stuff like that to get their name out there and be a member of the community that's well known. We see it every day, on Twitch or YouTube, even Twitter, people sharing things and getting their names out there all over the world, from here to, Japan, wherever. So, as we talk about urban nerds, as we all are, with the movement, I think it's important that people understand you can get recognized and, get your name out there in more ways than one. You don't have to necessarily be a tournament winner. You just have to be somebody that's on the scene and be active, and do your part. Like I said, for me, it's passing on, my experiences and what I love about it to my offspring, and that's the most joy I get out of this now. But again, I've been around forever, on the scene, in the arcade scene, in the tournament scene. So, it's, again, man, I can't stress enough how beautiful a thing the FGC is and fighting games in general. For people that are not familiar with the scene, you should really check it out. If you like fighting games, if it's not your cup of tea, you might still want to spectate. There can be some hype moments, both on and offline. And with COVID dying down, we went through a rough time, with COVID-19, with not being able to have any tournaments for a year and some change. We took a hit with that. Everything had to move to online, and it's just not the same, as being in the building, when these matches take place. So, with things dying down and us being able to get venues again, I think it'll pick back up. We'll get back to where we were, as far as the community and having these offline experiences and getting everybody back together. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, if you love fighting games and you're looking to see where you stand, you might, as a competitor, because sometimes you might be good with your friends and y'all go after work and play, and you might be some people online, but if you really want to see where you stand, come out to one of these majors, FGC, and you will learn very quickly where you stand as a fighting game player. That's something I had to learn, after all these years as an OG, and we talking 10 years ago, as a competitor. So, whether you do it for fun or whether you really, take it seriously and you want to see where you stack up, FGC is everything you're looking for, just in terms you want to have some fun or you want to really take it serious and see what it's about. So I would highly recommend it to anybody that has a love for fighting games. So that's basically what we're here to talk about. Well, son, this is my man, 50 grand right here, fighting game player, tournament goer, before the age of 1. So again, just trying to raise this guy up, man. He has a love and a passion like I did for fighting games, and so again, that's my joy now as later in life, being around it. So I just try to guide him and steer him in the right direction as far as these games, and he really enjoys it. So please, why don't you let him know what you love about the fighting games, man?
that there's fighting, there's powers, and I just love it.
There's fires and powers, love it. Okay, so I'm gonna go through some of the games. I'm gonna ask you who your favorite character is. Okay, so on the Mortal Kombat, who's your favorite character?
Scorpion,
Okay, and why is that your favorite character?
because I like to get over here's.
Okay. What about on the Street Fighter?
Ryu,
Ryu, and why is that your favorite character?
because I like the Hadoukens.
All right, how about on the X-Men? Who's your favorite character?
Cyclops,
Oh, why is that?
because I like to do the optic glass.
Okay. So as you can see, my son enjoys the powers and the moves and stuff. He's coming along nicely, man. He's really grasping these different games and the mechanics and how they work. And, like I said, me moving to the teaching aspect of these fighting games and pouring it into my son has just been, it's a feeling I can't even describe to you, as someone who just love fighting games all their life, to be later in my life and pouring it now to my son and seeing how he takes to it. So again, it's a beautiful thing, and he's going to be the next generation in the FGC as we keep this thing going, Anything you want to say to him before we get out of here?
Thank you for having me in here.
Alright, I think that's a wrap. So peace, MAGNETOHALFWAY, J. Page Jr., we out of here.
Thank you guys for supporting Urban Nerds Worldwide. If you are looking to buy Urban Nerds Worldwide swag gear or to support Urban Nerds Foundation, you can go to our website. When you go to your Google browser, you'll just click on the search tab, and as you can see, I already have it typed in here, www.urbannerdsworldwide.com. So we're going to go there, and then you'll click on the website right here up top. And here's the main page of the website. If you would like to support by buying Urban Nerds gear, you can go to the swag shop here, click on that, and we have our all new Urban Nerds 8-Bit Gamer t-shirt. So if you were purchasing one of those, you can just click on the shirt, select your size, and you'll hit add to cart. You'll view your cart, and we currently have the option to pay on PayPal as a secure purchase. All right, now if you guys are looking to donate to the Urban Nerds Foundation, you can go up here to the donate tab, and we have the link here for PayPal, and for those of you who have Venmo, we have a link here for Venmo. Thank you guys for supporting Urban Nerds Worldwide. We'll catch you in the next video.